what's going on, everybody? It's Mario Armstrong for Small Biz Go Mobile. This is our web series, our web show, where we hook you up with great people, entrepreneurs and business owners that are successful, sharing practical tips to help you be more productive in your business, and especially going mobile. Today, we got Greg C.
Hey.
Greg C.
What's up?
Cangialosi. Greg Cangialosi is his name. What's
good
up, buddy?
To man.
Good to see you too, man.
Always
It's been too long.
Yeah,
got a little beard going now and everything.
Got a little scruff going. Yep. Got the salt and pepper action.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. You look more wise now. You know, you got that Dalai Lama look.
It started on the templates, and next thing you know, it's like all under your
got that
head.
wise look to you.
So
like
I figured it would come out in the beard too.
So look, you're the CEO of BlueSky Factory.
Yes, I am.
And you've been all about, you were like the go-to person when it comes to managing, creating, and getting the best conversion and impact of your email newsletter campaigns and email messaging.
Email marketing in general.
Yeah,
There's so many different types, but yeah, we help basically our clients, make more money basically with email marketing.
With email.
Through loyalty and retention marketing.
Which is so funny, right? Because you know, like everyone gets email. You still, but the buzzword is social media, it's Facebook, it's Twitter, it's Foursquare, it's all these things.
Yep.
But you often say, email is the glue to all of that stuff. So why is that? Like, why is email still so critically important to a small biz objectives?
When you think about like the whole, like you said, the latest shiny objects, which is social media, think about actually this is a resurrection for email because email's always been the most important online marketing medium, but what it actually is the digital glue of all this stuff. Think about how much behavior it drives in the social web. Okay, so whether you're on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever it is, you can't sign up for any social service without an email address, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
You can't do that.
Can't do that.
And then when you think about that, think about how much email drives your activity in the social web. It's a behavior, right? Someone new is following you on Twitter. Here's your LinkedIn status updates. Here's a group update. Here's an invite from a Facebook friend or not colleague, right? All that stuff does is drive you back, and it drives you back to the social web, and it's like this cycle. So email is really still where our behavior, our attention, our eyes, and our mindset is from a behavior standpoint. So it's still a very valid, very effective medium, and it's very measurable.
That's right. It is very measurable. So that brings up a great next point because this show is all about giving practical tips and advice to like move the meter on what they're trying to move forward. And so the next thing is then how do you approach, like what's your recommendation or a couple of tips? Let's start with maybe designing your email newsletter. Like, is that really a big deal?
It really is. I mean, the most common misconception is people who design for the web think they can also design for the inbox. And really, what we've really discovered over the last 10 years is that it really is a specialized, it's a specialized practice in the sense that there's more email clients out there than there are web browsers, and they interpret and they render and they make email look a lot different depending on client to client. MSN and Yahoo make email look a lot different than Gmail. So you have to sort of design to the lowest common denominator. So a lot of people think you just basically take a web page and put it in the inbox.
Yeah, and it's not going to work. Your email newsletter comes out broken, it just doesn't look right.
And it really, one of the frustration points is, we have so much great design talent. People who are doing Flash and rich media, all that kind of stuff, you can't incorporate any of that into email. So you really have to design for the lowest common denominator, and a lot of that is nascent HTML, so it's very basic stuff. But one of the things that, and this goes to another tip really, one of the things that marketers really have at their disposal is the ability to test what kind of formats work better. So if you're doing a newsletter, is it a 1-column, is it a 2-column, is it a 3-column? We have clients doing all sorts of stuff. A 3-column newsletter format may not work for your audience. Yeah. What we have to remember with email marketing is that basically we're in a world now where everyone's lobbying for media attention. And that attention also is the inbox is one of those properties.
That's right.
And so keeping messaging short, sweet, putting your value add and the most important message and metric, or not metric, the most important piece of your message in your subject line will actually drive more opens, more clicks, and ultimately more conversions. Obviously, conversion is up to the marketer what they're looking to do. Are they looking to get people to sign up to come to an event? They're looking for a direct purchase. Are they looking for a lead generation? Whatever it may be.
Yeah, and one of the things that may have just kind of you mentioned real quickly there, but may have gone over people's heads for a second. I want to go back to this for a second. Is the idea of the A/B test?
Oh man.
So what he was really referring to there is the ability to basically send out the same email, if you will, with different look, different feel, or even different content, or different subject line.
Different subject
line, so you can kind of see which one is giving you the better opens.
What actually blows me away, Mario, more than anything, is that the tools to do these types of A/B split testing, or just basically multivariate testing in email to see which is working, it's amazing how people don't do that. I mean, it just takes a couple extra minutes in your workflow to set up another email with another subject line. A lot of tools on the market now. I mean, shameless plug for ours, we have it. basically sets it up where you can just automatically split. If you have a list of 20,000 people, even if a list of 5,000 people or 1,000 people, just take a small segment of that list, try two different subject lines, see which one's getting the open rate, the higher open rate, the higher click rate, and then send the winning message to the rest of the audience.
People. Yeah.
Very simple to do.
No,
you would not believe how many people don't do it.
Yeah.
And the other thing is you wouldn't believe how many people don't really look at the metrics.
Yeah, what is it with that? Why don't you guys look at your metrics? I mean, you look at your web analytics, right? Everyone's thinking about, I got to check the web, but if are you driving people from the newsletter to the web? So how are you not looking at whether it's being forwarded?
Exactly.
You know, what are they clicking on in the newsletter specifically?
They're taking, basically I think people get into a comfort zone where, it's basically like if we're within this one range of open rate, we're okay, and then they start like ignoring it, even though data's in real time.
I see.
But the things they should be looking at is like, what's your list growth metric? That's a metric often over
list growth.
Is your list
yeah,
growing?
Is your list growing?
Right. That's something that people don't pay attention
point.
to. Obviously, your open rate, your click-through rate to find out what content is resonating with your with your audience. You want to look at your opt-out rate just as well. Are you dropping people every time?
Is it smart to always have on the opt-out for them to have that box to say why?
I think it is. I mean, you get some really crafty responses from people who do that, where they can type in the message as to why, but it's really valuable information for the marketer to find out why people don't want to be involved anymore. Yeah. And the other thing that small business, any business should do is make sure you have a subscriber preference center for your subscribers.
What does that mean?
That means basically like let them update their email address, maybe let them opt into, maybe you have more than just a newsletter. Like a lot of our clients have newsletters, they have press, they have webinars, that kind of stuff, and people want to opt into receive those different invitations. Yeah. But allowing them to keep their data, up to date for you.
And a consistent schedule?
Consistent schedule is huge. We promote basically the use of an editorial calendar, so you can back into your workflow. It takes a lot more than just hacking out some HTML and some good copy to set up an email campaign. Yeah. You really should back into we're going to descend on Tuesdays at what time. So how do you back into that from your workflow internally? Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Great tips as always.
Thanks, man.
Greg Cangialosi from BlueSky Factory. Hey, man, it's a pleasure having you here. Yeah,
thank you very much.
Hanging out with us at the Emerging Technology Center.
I checked in on Foursquare.
Place. Oh, you checked in?
I did, yes.
See, he's mobile, man. He's checking in on Foursquare. He's trying to be the mayor everywhere he goes. He's just trying to get free stuff wherever he goes.
I lost 2 mayorships in the last 24 hours.
Ooh,
I'm on a vengeance,
bam. Give me my iPhone so I can check in real quick. All right, guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's web series right here for Small Biz Go Mobile. Stay tuned each week for more interviews with fantastic people to help you be more productive with your business. All right, talk to you guys later.